Hey there, Wargamers, and welcome to today's very special Warhammer 40k game. Luka here, joined by Josh from MiniWarGaming, and we are going to be showcasing the new Chaos Space Marine Codex for 9th edition. And I will be playing the Word Bearers against the Custodes in a 2,000 points match. Let us take a look at the Word Bearer list for today. Now, leading it, we have ourselves a Dark Apostle. There's a lot of upgrades I'm going to be going through here, and I'll give you details on what they are as we play the game. But for now, we are playing the new Warzone Nephilim mission pack, so that means we are starting only with 6 command points, and we have to spend command points for our initial warlord traits and relics, artifacts of power here. So we have a Dark Apostle who will be the warlord, and we are going to be giving him the Exalted Possession warlord trait, so he is in himself a friend of a demon. And we're going to upgrade him to be one of the apostles of the Dark Council, which has changed it a little bit. Makes him leadership 11 now, and then he can re-roll prayers. We're going to be giving him the 8-fold Cursed Crozius as a relic weapon. And we spent an additional command point on Gifts of Chaos, which is a hybrid stratagem now. It allows you to give additional relics to different characters, or give a second relic to a same character, which I'll do in this case, but it requires you to have at least one be a weapon and one be like a general relic all around. We're going to give him the, oh boy, here's the word, the Epistle of Loregar. All right, double checking, it's Epistle of Loregar. It's essentially a pamphlet taken from the Book of Loregar. Like a little
That's
pope.
funnier than it should be. You caught me off guard.
It'll allow him to know an additional prayer, as well as chant an additional prayer, which is kind of a combination of what the Apostle of the Dark Council used to do before. Now, we did fill out a couple more characters here in our battalion. We have a Master of Possession. This will be a standard model. This is actually Erebus, so everyone's allowed to hate him there if you're watching, for lots of reasons. However, we are spending another command point to give him the Word Bearer relic, the Malefic Tome. I'm trying to use as much Word Bearer unique stuff as I can, and it'll let him know an additional power. But that one I didn't care too much about because I'm not going to take an extra power too much other than those two. But he will get +1 to his psychic tests, making them a little bit more consistent. That part is the important part. Demon Princes must take a Mark of Chaos. We went with the Mark of Slanesh, which means he'll know Delightful Agonies, as well as I like to go with Death Hex typically, especially as Word Bearers with, I believe it's called Dark Communion, makes it a little more consistent as well. And then the rest of the stuff are troops. We're gonna have some fun here. Oh no, we spent 4 command points, but I spent another one on a Cultist unit, and you're gonna love this. But we're gonna start with the Legionnaires. So we have 3 units of Legionnaires, all 10-man squads, because I want to see how these guys perform. They're all gonna be bolt guns, and 1 unit will have, and all icons, and they're all marked by Tzeentch. So it makes them kind of expensive. They're all between 220 to 230 points. 1 unit will have 2 plasma guns, and then 2 units are going to have 2 melted guns. I had the points left over, kind of, so I wanted to try out rhinos as well. They're going to be, the melted guns are going to be riding in the rhinos, and the rhinos will have no upgrades on them. And if anyone's curious, Marks of Chaos are a retouched up mechanic. Only characters and core can take it. I almost made a mistake of putting it on a Land Raider earlier. Can't do that. And then the rest of my points, I have 3 Chaos Spawn. We are going to be running 2 Hellbrutes with Multi-Meltas, Combi Bolters, and their Hellbrute Fist. We did upgrade them to be Mark of Tzeentch because they have the core keyword, which should help them out quite a bit. Mark of Tzeentch is quite a powerful mark, in my opinion. And then lastly, we have 2 units of Possessed. Now, all of the Possessed got lumped together, the Greater Possessed, the Regular Possessed. They're essentially just the Greater Possessed model now. And if you have the old Possessed, well, you can just put them on a new base if you really wanted to, but you can still use those models as well. And that should be it for the Word Bearers here. Sorry if it was a little lengthy. I had a lot I wanted to talk about there. Let's go take a look at the Custodies.
I am once again trying the Custodies. I haven't played them forever because I've been playing other lists. So going back to my Shadow Keepers, leading the force will be Valoris, the big man himself. His Enforcer will be a Shield Captain on Dawn Eagle Jet Bike, upgraded to have the Lock Warden and Stasis Oubliette, and then Superior Creation. All the good stuff. And I've also taken a Blade Champion as a 3rd HQ choice there. Troops, I've got 2 squads of Custodian Guard with a Blade and Shield, and then a single squad with just the Guardian Spear. And then I have a unit of 3 Sagittarium Custodians. Moving over to Elites, I have a Contemptor, a Galatus, a Dreadnought, upgraded to be a Eternal Penitent. Fast attack, I have 3 Virtus Praetors that are I'm gonna try the Salvo Launchers because I never bothered to run them, so we'll see if they do a thing. Heavy support, I've got a Caladius Grav tank with the twin Arachnus Heavy Blaze cannon, then a Telamon Heavy Dreadnought with a Storm Cannon and Accelerator Culverin. That's my 2,000 points of Custodies.
We play and call it work.
MiniWarGaming's Horse, Heresy, Battle Report.
Let's go zip over to the mission that we're playing. This is a new one from the Nephilim Warzone book. Josh and I will be playing Tear Down Their Icons. We are going to be planting a lot of explosives on this battlefield. Now, what we have here are primary objective of Take and Hold. It'll just be control 1 objective, 2 objectives, and more for 4 points each, up to a total of 12 per battle round, starting in the second battle round. And then the usual, whoever's going second gets to score at the end of the turn in the 5th battle round. And then the second primary will be detonation. So at the end of the battle, each player will score 4 victory points for each primed explosive marker that is within their opponent's territory, to a maximum of 15 victory points per player there. And then that means there's an additional rule called prime explosives. It's an action that units can perform to plant explosives in the enemy's territory. They have to be so far away from each other, so you just can't stack them in the same area. And then the enemy can attempt to defuse them as well, is trying to plant their own explosives in the enemy territory. So it's we got a lot of action going on in this one here. And let's take a quick peek at the table before Josh and I muddy it up with our armies here. What you see here is everything from GameMat.eu. The battle mat here is the 44 by 60 inch mat, and then we have various sets that they sell that we've all kind of thrown together, because they do, like, you can buy multiples of their sets and they all work well together. The craters are from one set. We have these rocky bunkers from another set, and then the industrial craters as well as the industrial silos are all another set, all from GameMat.eu, and we have some of their older kits here as well. You might be familiar with if you've been watching the channel long enough. And the mat, of course, I already mentioned that. Now, Game Mat is in the vault section for Silver Vault members for discount codes when looking at buying terrain and battle mats. They're one of many companies available. You have to be a Silver Vault member to benefit from the discount codes, but you do not need to be a Silver Vault member to look at them. So if you're thinking about buying a large collection of terrain or maybe a few battle mats, you'll probably save yourself a pretty penny by simply upgrading to a Silver Vault member and then applying those discount codes to your purchase for, you know, Game Mat as a great example for a lot of terrain here. Josh and I are going to go ahead and pick attacker defender. We've got our secondaries picked out, and we are ready to play this game. All right, we'll take a look at deployment here. I deployed over on this side. I guess deploying first doesn't really quite matter. The line goes, as you can guys see, right up to there. Cultists, Demon Prince, Hellbrute. This will be a Melta squad. That'll be the Melta squad. That is the Melta squad. I mean, there's another one over there technically.
It's just, I think I've got to pick that to be what I'm going after.
Right. So yeah, Josh has one of the secondaries. He has to identify the unit I have that has the highest point value, and I think
if you don't have a Supreme Commander or Primarch,
which I don't in this case. The Demon Prince is 180 something, but the Legionnaire squad I paid for is like 230, I believe, because they have the Icon, the 2 Melta guns, and then the Marcus Zinch, which is an extra 40 points on top of their 180. So they're 230 because I gave the one guy a Demon Blade. Yep, there are 230 points for that squad. In a Rhino. Just really, I'm just seeing like what's worth it, what's not worth it. I can think about it in theory, but I like to see it in practice first. We have Chaos Spawn, which will sadly, now that I realize, be on this objective. I want to have some fun with them, but I might still get some of that later on. And if I was smart, I would have dropped the Rhinos for more Cultists, I think. And then we have our unit of 20 Cultists here. This list has been ever evolving as I was adding things to it as well. These guys should probably be melee weapons. I'm going to keep them range weapons for now. They're going to be hanging out with my my Dark Apostle there. And that's our Warlord. We have the Plasma Gun Legionnaires. And then we have our Possessed with the Master of Possessions, and another Possessed squad over here, Hellbrute, and then the other not the Melta guns, but the other Melta guns. And then that is that's it for this deployment. But moving on to the Custody side.
Starting back there, Sword and Board. We've got the Telamon, Sword and Board, Blade Champion. The Spears, hanging out with the Dawn Eagle Jet Bike Shield Captain. Up front there, Contemptor. We got Valoris there, Sagittarium Guard, more bikes, and my Caladius.
A fancy vehicle. Nothing's in reserve for either force. We're about ready to get this one going. I do want to say though that this mission uses the new Battleforge CP bonus. In fact, I would recommend a lot of people try it out if they're finding the stratagems are kind of hindering their enjoyment of Warhammer 40k. Start with 6. But then give each player 1 command point per command phase. So like on Josh's command phase, I get one, so does Josh. And then on mine, Josh gets one and I get one as well. Because that gives more counterplay.
No, in this one, do you get to hold the...
This one's no requirements at all, yeah. There are certain missions in the Nephilim pack that require you to play in No Man's Land. This one is just generic. We both gain command points. And then you could come up with fun ideas as to why you would get those. Like maybe only get if your general's alive or your warlord, or maybe you have to control the middle objective or whatever it might be, right? But I'd recommend trying it out. It should solve a lot of the issues that I've heard people have with Warhammer 40k. Josh and I are ready to go ahead and roll off to see who's going to take this first turn. I guess we'll go over secondaries though before I go any further. For mine, I am going to go with the Long War, which is a new Chaos Space Marine one. If I kill a unit that was on an objective, I get a victory point. And if I take an objective from an opponent that they control at the start of my turn, I'll get 2 victory points. They can both stack, and if I get up to 3 per turn for that one. There's a couple of cool Word Bearer and Chaos Space Marine shadow operation objectives I wanted to go for, but they're especially hard against the Custodies. So I opted to not go for them. Hopefully I'm showing off enough new Chaos Space Marine stuff in that regard. So I'm going to with retrieve Nephilim data. So it's the old retrieve Nachman data and all that good stuff. So it's like be in a table quarter more than 6 away from the board edge, perform action, roll a die under the amount of models in the unit, -1 for troops. You're good to go, Rob Sec, whatever it might be. And because the Word Bearer one is I have to perform the action right in the middle of the table quarter, and then I declare a god. I beseech for that table quarter, and then any units that share a mark with that god gain bonus leadership in that table quarter. And it's worth more victory points than retrieve Nephilim data, but it's a heck of a lot more complicated. And then the Word Bearer one is I can't remember what it is called exactly, but it's perform an action in the middle of the table every turn for quite a bit of victory points, but that's near impossible against Custodes, as they're one of the best armies at holding in the middle. So I'm going to opt to not do those ones. And then the last one I went with is just engage on all fronts, because I'm going to try and... I have a lot of bodies, I'm just going to try and swarm table quarters. Probably won't get 4, but I'll go for 3 and try and rack up like 10 points for that one there. We'll see what we can do. Do you remember what you have?
Orc Mortalis, which is the one where I'm trying to kill the most expensive thing. And I get points depending on if it dies and how it dies.
Yep.
And where it dies.
Ooh.
Also went for Stand Vigil, which is the battlefield supremacy, so I gotta hold more of the objectives in No Man's Land.
Than me, yeah.
And then the other one, I think I just went grind for the last one.
Makes sense against my list. It's a lot of like numerous, like easy to kill units essentially. Rhinos, cultists.
Yeah, I'm really playing stuff. MSU, but whatever. I should be able to get it every once in a while. Exactly
that. And that's all Shiro. We're gonna go ahead and roll off, see who has to go first, because it still uses that rule in these match play games. I got a 5.
Woo! Solid roll. 4.
I kind of wanted to go second, but whatever, I'll go first all the same. So it will be turn 1 for the Word Bearers, the bearers of the Word. And again, I'm only at 1 command point, and how many are you at?
2.
Because of Trajan.
Because of Trajan.
For a lot of the same reasons. You really upgraded your characters. I don't know if it's worth upgrading all my characters and then the Cultist unit. I think it's super worth giving the Cultist unit the 4-up invulnerable save.
It's pretty funny. I'm curious to see how it plays out.
Right, so am I. Next time I'll make them a melee unit. There's ways to interact with it to make it a little bit better, but not like enough to really go ham into it. But still funny all the same. So first command phase, we're both getting a command point. I'm at 2. Josh will be at 3. I'm going to try and ramp my command points up a little bit before I go crazy with them. I'm trying to think of what I have to do in my command phase. I'm like, oh gosh, there's things I have to do. So we're going to have our Dark Apostle chant a few litanies here. Now he's an Apostle of the Dark Council, and he has the Epaulet? The pamphlet of Loregar, the Book of Loregar. So he's going to go ahead and chant 2 prayers. We're going to go for Omen of Potency on himself. Yeah. Bloop. On a 2+. He gets +1 because of the little honored friends he has with him. Now it's nice because they're part of his unit now. You can choose to put wounds on them if you want to. If it's like a really big nasty attack, like a blast cannon or something, boop, die little guy. But if you lose both of them, you lose the bonus +1 to your prayer. And then we're going to go Illusory Supplication on the Cultists with the invulnerable save on a 2+. When it comes to ranged attacks, they're harder to see. Hit rolls of 1, 2, or 3 auto fail, and you can't reroll hit rolls against them. And I believe that'll be it for my command phase. As far as I can tell, and if I missed something, I am.
Turns out we're trying this new book out for the first time.
Exactly. There's stratagems naturally, but there's none I want to use right now. So we're going to go right on to movement. I'm going to show you where everything ends up. We're not going to be doing anything too crazy. In fact, these guys are going to end up moving and probably retrieving Nephilim data for this table quarter. These legionnaires are going to move this way. All right, so we advanced things. We moved our Dark Apostle first, taking up the barricade area there, and then the Cultists advanced forward. They rolled a 10, but they took a -2 for the crater there. All of this, these Cultists moved. They're in this table quarter, but they're more than 6. They're still within 6 of this edge here. So I want them to live to be able to move forward and retrieve Nephilim data next turn for that table quarter. Our Demon Prince flew in right behind him. He got moved around a little bit though. And then the Rhino with the melta guns, the ones you're trying to kill over here. What was do you remember what the clause was? I just thought of it now. Where they have to die for you to get bonus points.
Okay, so they got to die. They have to die. I get extra points on top of that if I kill them in melee with something Custodies. Yeah. And then extra points on top of that if you're not in my deployment zone.
Oh, they just die anywhere but your deployment zone.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Okay. So that all moved forward. The spawns stood still. The Legionnaires with the plasma guns are going to move away from that table quarter because I realized, I don't have anything to really retrieve the data in this table quarter, so I kind of messed up. But they had enough movement to fix it and move forward a little bit as well because we have the one Legionnaire there. So they're going to end there. They're going to start retrieving Nephilim data, which they'll succeed at automatically. And then we had some fun over here. We moved the Rhino. We advanced it. Well, we actually, you know what? I didn't advance it. There we go. It advanced. Just to get on the objective. It doesn't change much. The Hellbrute advances there. The Master Possessions advanced forward, and then so did all of the Possessed around them. So we got a Squad of Possessed there and a Squad of Possessed right there. And that will be it for my movement. We're going to go in the Psychic phase where we have the Master of Possessions who can, he has the Book of Loregar, not the Book of Loregar, the Maleficent? No. Malignant Tome?
He's got a book.
He's got a book.
He's got a book.
You know what? To keep the people at home happy, I'm going to go pick an additional power from the Malefic Discipline. I think it's the Malefic Tome. Oh, heck, Warp Marked. That's the first power in the discipline. I pick an enemy unit, and then any of my demon engines or demon kin units that attack you get +1 to wound.
Ooh.
So you kind of like send the dogs. We're going to attempt to curse this earth. We need to show a 6 on the dice. That's a 7. That's an 8. Do you have any way to stop powers?
I don't.
Shadowkeeper strat, maybe?
It's not the Shadowkeeper strat. There might be a Custodies one. Nothing that I'm doing right now.
Gotcha, yeah. So this Cursed Earth works the same way as it did before. It's a 6-inch aura of demon engines and demon kin units. These guys gain a 4+ invulnerable save. But as a secondary effect, if a unit charges one of my units under its effect, they suffer a mortal wound on a 2-up and D3 on a 5-up. And we're going to go into shooting, where I don't have a whole lot of this because everything kind of advanced, except for this Hellbrute. We are going to fire this Hellbrute at the
Telemon.
The Telemon or the Galatus, I suppose. Do they both have 4 invulnerable saves?
I think so.
And now I get to go over some of the new Chaos Space Marine rules. They, much like their Imperial brethren, gain access to a combat doctrine-esque ability. Now, the rule is called Let the Galaxy Burn. It has 2 effects. The first one's pretty basic. It's flamer type weapons gain an additional 2 hits. So it's D6 plus 2 hits with all flamer weapons.
That's kind of cute though.
It's cute.
It's not awful.
It's a thing. It's a thing. And then the other part of it is the combat doctrine. And I shouldn't call it that. It's called Let the Galaxy Burn. But you are either in one of 3 modes: wanton destruction, wanton carnage, or wanton slaughter. It's difficult to remember. You know, the Space Marine one's a lot easier. Devastator, Tactical. Assault.
Yeah.
Simple. So the first one here is, but it covers different types of weapons. So the first one covers heavy weapons, rapid fire weapons, and grenade weapons. And instead of it applying additional armor penetration, what it does is if you roll a natural 6 to hit, it will count as, it will generate an additional hit. That's really cool for like a multi-melta or plasma weapons that are rapid fire or meltas in general. So Chaos likes to shoot. This is a lot better for shooting in a lot of ways than it would be for melee. We're going to start, and we are going to... What is the major difference? One's a melee dreadnought, one's a shooty dreadnought.
Those are some major differences, friend.
You know what? Let's go into the... let's do a weird dreadnought fight. Let's do Telemon against my Hellbrute.
Telemon it is, okay.
We're going to hit on 3s. Okay, we didn't get the extra 6 there, and we don't get the reroll because we didn't roll a 1. Demon Princes still provide core rerolls, Hellbrute's a core, luckily, and it should be a 4 to wound. Hey, that's a wound.
That's definitely a wound.
6 do nothing, it's only the hit rolls that matter. So you have your invulnerable save.
4 up. Boop.
You're good. Hey, a 6 into a 6. And that should be it for my turn, realistically. Just kind of spreading around. At the end of the turn, they are going to complete retrieving Nephilim data. You have to roll under the amount of models in the unit.
Look at you go.
They found the servo skull they were looking for over here the entire time. And then they advanced. That's right, they couldn't get there without advancing. I can't plant bombs over here as of yet. And on top of that, I will gain 2 points for engaging on all fronts. I have these guys in this table quarter, my own table quarter, and that table quarter. That's probably all I'll be able to achieve, but I'll try my best. And we're on to turn 1 for the Adeptus Custodies. Oh, what are your katas?
Oh, it's the standard order I always go, which is Cultists, Dakatari, and Keptaris.
All right, sounds good. So extra movement or advance and counting and standing still and all that good stuff. All right. So we both go up command points, 3 to 4. I'll try to update the score to everyone at the end of every battle round. Though, because it is progressive scoring, the general nature of match play, it is a little hard to keep tabs of that at all times, but hopefully you still watch and enjoy the show. Anything weird in the command phase other than that command point being gained?
It's been a while, so there might be, but I might be forgetting it.
All right, that's fair.
So command point gained, and I'm doing the...
You have like the 1 or 2 stance, I can't remember.
Yeah, there's the 2 stances I pick, and it's, I don't know, I guess I will advance and still be able to...
Counting as if you still...
It doesn't really matter right now.
Okay.
So I guess I throw an extra d6 when I advance.
Okay. That we're going to go right on to movement. We're going to show you where all of this ends up afterwards. All right,
Things have moved. Really, there wasn't a whole lot. I didn't really think this out really well. I should have used the other one, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I move stuff up. Basically, sword and board guys ran, as well as the blade champ.
Hey.
And that's all I really kind of cared to run.
We love you, champion of the blade.
So let's just get over to shooting.
Okay.
Hot gun.
All right, here we go. Hot gun.
Yeah.
Is that 8 automatic hits?
Yes.
Okay, fair. I guess that circumvents the. Do I save it? I'm gonna save the crown for melee stuff. I guess I'll just bank on the 4 up and vulnerable save for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like the shooting, you don't have a lot of shooting attacks that would ever need to really.
That would probably want to be targeting them right now, anyways.
I wonder, because it lasts for this phase. Let me think here.
Yeah, take your time.
I'll just bank on the 4 ups. I'm still T3.
Strength 6. Hot guns.
A couple fails. So we have 6 wounds on my cultist. And because Trajan Valor's nearby, he's core, reroll wound rolls of 1. Okay, help for 1 more, has 7 wounds. And the illusory supplication says hit rolls can't be rerolled, nothing but the wound rolls. So we have 7 saves. And our man over here with the crown of the blasphemer. 4 up invulnerable save. Oh, only makes 2. Oh no, 5 guys die. Who wants to die? Probably, I gotta worry about coherency, so we'll lose those 4, and then you. Oh no. I guys keep coherency as well. 5, oh no.
Alright, so Telemon's gonna shoot at the... Yeah, shoot at the heck brute. Sure, why not?
Everything at him?
Yep, hitting on 2s is Top Gun.
May you fail to wound and do any damage here. Is he core? Or the
I don't think Telemon.
We don't think.
Strength 5.
Alright, 5's to wound.
Heck yeah, there's 1.
1 wound roll. Come on, baby. Oh, we passed it. Bless.
Darn!
It's uniquely specific because he's got the Marcus Leech on him.
Culverin time.
Which gun is that?
I think technically it's the longer one.
Alright, so we got 1 miss. And the strength is?
7.
3. 4s? Yeah, 4's to wound here. That is 2 wounding hits. What's the AP?
3.
Now they do have Heretic Astartes still. That hasn't changed. So these are AP 2, which means I pass. Ooh, maybe only 1. Boo. Okay, so the Marcus Leech triggers now because I failed to save. The damage of the attack, which would be 1 because of the Hellbrute rule, is now damage 0. That's once per turn for Marcus Leech. So that works on, that's the generic rule for Marcus Leech. If you have an icon, which will be on the Legionnaires, that they get an additional AP on their shooting attacks. Well, you can try with the other stuff.
Yes, so we're gonna go the Storm Cannon Beam.
Beam.
Bwomp.
Bwomp. Couple hits.
Your strength 8.
Couple wounds. What's the AP?
This is AP minus 4.
So AP 3, and I make 1 save.
Cool. 3 damage, so it goes down to 2.
Down to 2 damage. That'll put him down to 6 wounds, and then we're gonna use Fire Frenzy. It's a new stratagem, or they have rewritten Fire Frenzy. It's a very cool stratagem for Hellbrutes. I really like Hellbrutes right now. 1 command point, so I'll go down to 2. This allows the Hellbrute to immediately fire after it was targeted by a shooting attack. After that unit has finished all of its shooting attacks, it can enact Fire Frenzy. And it has to target the nearest or whatever fired at it. So I'll fire at the nearest. We'll go for that Dreadnought there. Are they negatives to hit or anything?
Contemptor?
Yeah.
Okay. Nope.
All right, 3s. Oh, hey, that's 3 hits. 'Cause
Ooh,
we're in
new rules coming in.
Wanton destruction. And then, 3 wounding hits.
Oh, geez.
Unless he's T8.
No.
Okay. All right, so you got your saves. Fail 1. Would you like to reroll it? Or? It's D6 damage.
Yeah, I'll CP that.
CP the reroll.
So the save.
Pass.
Cool.
3
And then does Valoris give me the command point back?
Right.
He does.
Is it a 5 up? Okay, so it costs you nothing. And that's your for the battle round, I suppose. And because that's still a rule. And then that's that. And the bikes.
Spikes. Salvo launchers into them.
Same target. Let's go.
Launch salvos.
They all hit.
Cool. Should be 3s to wound you.
And 2 wounds. And
Indeed, nothing I can do about that.
Are they core or are they too far away?
It's reroll 1s anyways.
Oh, it's 1s.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
So what's the AP for?
I believe it's AP 4 on salvo launchers.
Ooh, we failed both of those, unfortunately. These are D3 plus 3 damage each. So that's going to be 3 plus 5, which is 8. That would one-shot him. Does he explode? Oh, no. Sad dreadnought sounds. Bloop. But hey, he could have done a lot of damage if Josh failed saves.
Yeah, that was
And we have the heavy tank
hilarious grav tank, which will shoot probably at the other Hellbrood over there.
down the table. All right, down at the other Hellbrood. I've already used Fire Frenzy, and I'm pretty far away, so Josh doesn't have to worry about that.
The bolt cannon, hitting on 2s,
Should be 2s. There's no dents in the way or anything like that. 1 miss.
and then 5s to wound you.
Yes. And that is a wound.
1.
So it's -1 because of Armor of Contempt, which we pass. And then the Top Gun.
Chop gun.
1 miss, 1 hit.
Okay. Strength 9.
3.
And
Okay.
it's a vehicle, so I can re-roll the wound roll.
That helps. That's a wound. AP.
4.
I fail it, but the damage is reduced to 0.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Mark-
You got me. No.
Mark
So
it.
it would have been D3 plus 3. So there you go.
Would have been 4 damage, reduced to 0 though. Mark of Siege. Trickery.
See? See where I made my mistake. I should have shot these guys first. Because that could have put some damage on him, but instead I'm going to have these guys just shoot the Rhino instead.
The Rhino. All right. I'll save my command points on smokescreen. Oh no.
Ooze.
Oh no, they all hit. I would have stopped 3. That's okay. And strength is?
5.
5. So 5 wound. That's not bad. That's 5
1
wounds.
there.
Or 6 wounds, actually. So these are all 3 up saves because of contempt. 1 gets through. Oh, wow.
Oh, just
No way, dude.
that would have been awful.
Oh my gosh, that would have been all fails. Okay. So we take 2. 8 wounds left.
Loris is going to throw shots at the Cultists, I guess. I guess he could shoot over this thing too.
Hey, if he's
No,
got-
I'm out of range.
Oh, he's out
just
of
out of range. Yeah, Cultists, get him. Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Nice. I only hit on 4s, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the 3 misses.
right.
Yeah.
Let's
So you can. Oh wait, you can't reroll hit rolls against the
can't
minor.
re-roll hit rolls. That's what it is. Okay.
That's what it is. So they can only be hit on 4s, and you can't.
Right, because he re-rolls his hit rolls. So I
Yes.
was assuming the second one was a hit, but
Right. So
Nay,
that's
nay.
Valoris finished, and then we have.
I think that's pretty much it, man.
Okay, well you got the Hellbrute, which was pretty good. I would have. I don't care if the Hellbrute died. I just wanted to do 1 hit of damage to that guy. Curse you in your reroll. And at the end of Josh's turn, there's no morale to do. Funny enough, I did lose 5 of my cultists, but they're leadership 11.
I was considering. No, I was just gonna say it. I was considering charging in,
Right.
but it puts me in a position. It's a 9-inch rerollable charge. I could try to get him, but if I don't, then it's not a great trade for me,
Right.
and it would stop me from getting the 3 guaranteed victory points.
You would lose if he died. You would lose if you go in and he somehow dies.
right,
You would
then
actually
I lose
6.
6, so that's too big of a swing.
Yeah. That's you gain nothing for. You literally gain nothing for it.
Yep. So totally not worth.
Yeah, so you'll go at the end of the battle round, standing vigil. You have 2 out of the 3 neutral objectives. What a surprise. And then the other one is you grind them down, you get 3 points. You killed my Hellbrute, I killed none of your stuff, sadly. So that's 6 points for Josh, where on my turn, I gained only 2 because of engagement on fronts. But I worked towards retrieve Nakwin data a little bit, so that helps. 3 to 5 command points. Also, we go to Wanton Slaughter is the turn 2 battle round 2 effect. So now it's pistols, assault, and rapid fire weapons. 6 to hit, cause an additional hit. All right, that's Massacre. Slaughter is the last one. I'm going to get those mixed up forever, and I'm sure a lot of people will as well. I'm going to immediately use a command point. I'll go down to 2. For Tide of Traitors, this is an excellent one for Cultist Mob. You can pick one of your units that are within 6 inches of a battlefield edge or within 6 inches of your deployment zone, which is right here on this line here. And you get D3 plus 3 back into the unit. So I'll immediately do that for these Cultists here. It has to be slain models. So I'll get 5 back, which is the 5 I lost. I guess I actually lost 6, not 5. That means I could fail morale. So the Dark Apostles Leadership 11 makes them Leadership 11. Then on a 6... they would have ran a little bit, but not this day. They're inspired by the Apostle of the Dark Council.
6, just to clarify. Yeah.
Correct, yeah. So I'm going to add 5 models back to the unit. Scratch that, I only lost 5. I was counting the Dark Disciples there. Boo, boo, boo. I'm just going to keep it kind of tame and not do anything too weird with the Tides of Traitors here. Let's just stay coherent to the unit. It represents like an endless tide of traitors, like constantly cultists joining the battlefield. Costs me command points though, but it's super worth it, especially when these guys are harder to hit. They have invulnerable saves. So the trick is they're going to move to the middle objective. We're going to keep one model back here to stay near the battlefield. That should keep pumping D3 plus 3 guys back.
Can you do it if you're engaged?
Yes.
Oh,
you can still do it if you're just like endless guys coming in. The Dark Apostle, however, is going to go ahead and do some, he's going to wiggle his stick around and call for Dark Blessings. We're going to go Illusory Supplication. We get it, so they're going to be only hit on 4s and no rerolls allowed against them. And then we'll go Omen of Potency on himself, which he gets. Which is they made it, it's an extra 2, I think it was AP made his weapon AP 4. Now it increases the AP of his weapon by 2, which is the same effect.
Okay, cool.
And then an extra 3 attacks on top of his base attacks. And then that's just in case he gets charged or something like that. I should be done all of that, so we're going to go into movement. We're going to go ahead and start with the basic moves over here. These cultists are already in this table quarter, so if they move their 6, they're going to retrieve Nephilim data. They'll be more than 6 away from the table quarter here because it's right there. Moving there, and they're going to perform retrieve Nephilim data, and I apologize, guys. There's something I remember that I can still do it, but I would have liked to do it here. Hexagrammatic wards got changed from the word bearers. Every word bearer unit has access to it, but you can only use it once unless you're playing a Strike Force game, which you can use it twice. I believe you can do it 3 times in an Onslaught game. When you go to take damage, if you fail to save, you change the damage to 0. So I could have made it so one of the salvo launchers, the bigger one, I guess, the second one would have done 0 damage. I still would have had my Hellbrute, but that's okay. I can still save that for my Demon Prince, my Dark Apostle, or the other Hellbrute. And we're going to move forward these cultists just onto the objective. You know what? I'm going to advance them because I'm on difficult ground. So we'll go an extra... We'll go 10 inches in total. Ending there, and we're going to try to advance the chaplain. Because he's got an exalted possession, he's moved, I think, 8. So he's going to advance, he's going to hop over this wall and hang out right here.
Why is he so fast?
Because he considers a demon his honored friend. What a weird unit. This is a weird army now. I like it. It's like I'm having a lot of fun just picturing what you can do with them. Because as I'm playing them, I'm like, oh, you can do this now, you can do that now. I'm like, oh, goodness, lists. And then we're going to move on to these Legionnaires. They're going to move forward and start shooting some guns this turn, I suspect. So yeah, again, recap, I pretty much moved everything. Sorry, guys. Cultists move there, retrieve Nephilim data. The Meltas pop up over here. And then we're keeping the Rhino within 3 of the Demon Prince. Our cultists move forward, sort of the Dark Apostle. And then the Possessed split up a little bit. The Master of Possessions is hanging out there. And then we're going to keep the Possessed within 6 of him in case we need it for Cursed Earth. The Legionnaires with the plasma guns moved here. They're going to shoot down this direction a little bit. The Cultists advance there, so they're going to be -1 hit with their Cultist... I don't even know what they're not called auto guns anymore. They're called cultist weapon.
Cultist firearm?
Cultist firearm, yeah, that's a cultist firearm. And then the Rhino moved forward, and so did the Hellbrute, but the Hellbrute didn't get on the objective. And then that should be it. We're going to go into the Psychic phase now. Don't really need to do anything too big on the Psychic side because we're playing pretty passively, it seems. We're going to go Cursed Earth. We got it with a 10. So, same idea, they're both affected by Cursed Earth, and they're both better in vulnerable saves. And then the other powers are the healing and then bringing models back to the unit, and then picking an enemy and gaining bonus to wound against them. And then I obviously have no line of sight for Smite. So we're going to go right on to shooting. We're going to start with... I'm just going to start with the Hellbrute firing at the Sagittarium Guard.
Alright, let me look. Spend 1 CP on Arcane Genetic Alchemy. See if Trajan gives me the command point back.
New battle round.
He does not.
Okay, so that costs you down to 4, and then I'll do my multi-melted shots. And I realize they have a combi bolter built into them, but I haven't been firing it because it doesn't really matter against Custodies. We have a hit and a miss, and then a wound.
Oh no!
And then you have your invulnerable save. Whee. And you pass. Okay, easy that. And then on to other shooting. Let's go with the Cultists. They're going to fire into... You know what?
Did they advance?
They have auto assault weapons.
Oh! No!
They get to hit on 5s. I'll do them after though. I'm gonna do. Okay. You know what? I'll do it. I'll do some chip damage. Combi bolter, both hit, and a wound and a 2-up save. Pew pew pew, pew pew pew. You're good. He has the Marcus Slanesh, but not the icon. Not Slanesh, Zinch. So the AP doesn't get increased. And then we move on to. I might have had a 6 in there too. I can't remember. We're gonna go on to this guy over here. We're gonna put the combi bolters into the Custodies there. A couple shots, 1 hit. And no wound. We'll do the other Rhino, firing into the Sagittarium Guard. A couple hits. We roll that, flat, no wound. And then we'll do, we just have a few more shots left here in the middle. The Dark Apostle will throw a crack grenade, which misses. We'll go to the Legionnaires over here. We're going to swap a couple models because I realized line of sight's not super great. We want the plasma guns to be able to see, and then I don't care about the champion.
I would let you just shoot it. It would have been fine.
I just kind of moved. I'm like, of course I can see the Dreadnought. Then I'm like, wait a second, no, I can't.
Yeah.
Everything will fire into the Dreadnought. The plasma guns are what's kind of important. Ooh, I have no rerolls though, so...
What's the chance of them getting hot?
Wait a second, you reduce your damage by 1. So there's no point.
You would wound me on 1 better.
That's true. But we'll go plasma guns all the same. We have...
I assume you didn't overcharge them?
No. We have 3 hits with the plasma guns though, because of the 6. And we wound twice. And no damage, okay. And we have bolt guns. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 7 makes sense, actually. They move, they don't get to rapid fire. We have...
1 miss.
Should be 1 miss, but it counts as a hit. And then these wound on 5s. So 2 hit minus 1 because they have the Marcus Inch and an icon. Hey, doesn't matter. We do damage though.
Damage.
We got it. The last thing to fire after that will be the Cultists. We have a lot more firepower in the Rhinos. We just don't need them yet. No, it's called Cultist Firearm, and they advanced. I thought it was an assault weapon for some reason, but they're not going to fire because they can't. And then we should be done our turn because I have no charges to declare. But these guys will finish retrieving Nephilim data in this table quarter over yonder. And then I get 2 points for engaging on all fronts again. I get 2 points for the Longmore because I took that objective from you. 5 to 3 command points in the new battle round, or the bottom half of this battle round.
Okay, for the kata, I'm going to go for stance 2 of Decatari, which allows me to increase my attacks by 1 and reduce my damage to 1. I don't have to do that, but I can when I go to swing.
Right, yeah, so like if you want to go beat up some cultists, or if you want to go beat up, well, literally anything, really. All right, here we go. We're going to commit at some point to this. We're both set up for good counter assaults.
Yeah, and you know what? Just attack.
Yeah, well, the problem is 4-up and vulnerable save. But if you don't, it goes both ways. If you don't make them, it's pretty much over. If you make them, I pretty much lose. So we'll see how that goes. And that's the Custodian way. Boom, moving forward with the Custodian Guard and the shields. And then the Blade Champion.
Blade Champ.
Moving them all. Yeah, getting Valoris in range of more core stuff. Core shenanigans.
Right.
Sure.
No, thank you.
Boop. And then...
These guys back, so they're just 15 away.
I see, okay. Backing it up. You have no interest in that objective. If anyone's curious, Josh is on 2 of the objectives, his, and this one over here, so that's worth 8 victory points, or 4 times 2.
True facts about that.
2. Not more than me, so we're both kind of tied on the primary as of right now. All right, Josh is ahead in secondaries, though. And we're committing the shield cap, not committing, we're removing the shield captain, the Veritas Praetor, and the Custodian Guard to this flank over here, and then out come the spear, the Guardian Spear Custodians. And that brings us over to the shooting phase.
I do believe so. Hot gun.
Hot gun. May you not get 8, please. Aha! 6. I found it funny because I thought you were going to roll a 9. I'm like, well, I was technically right. Should be all those wounds. That's 6 wounding hits. And these are going to be 4 pluses. It does kill 4. We're going to lose 1. I'd rather keep them on the objective, actually. I know I'm going to lose a bunch of them, but we'll go 1, 2, 3. And where's the champion? You better believe that's him right there. So these guys are all going to keep it coherent. Sorry, I moved them a little bit, but 3, 4. There we go. Okay, what do we got next?
The pistolas.
Pistolas!
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hitting on 4s, no rerolls.
I know.
What are you? You're just as good as I am now. I know. That's a couple wounds though. All right, the Crown of the Blasphemer in Volns. Neither. That's okay. Pretty much have to take guys off the object. Bloop, bloop. And then
It shall be... I don't know, it's
Glorious.
probably these guys just back here. Just
Oh,
put shots
Guardian
into them
Spirits?
as well.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's all I really got range on.
4s. I'll laugh every time, dude.
I know.
It's a wound. The crown. Oh no, where's my malicious spirits? There you go, got that guy.
Go over to these guys, we'll shoot at the possessed.
Possessed.
Using the single shot profile. Or the, yeah, you know what I mean.
Thug, thug, thug. All hit, no negatives there. And then
I think
strength.
this is strength 5.
So it should be 4s.
Let me check.
What is the AP?
It's like AP3.
AP3 down to AP2. They're 4-up saves, by the way. Oh, peril ones. That's a sad day for them. How much damage?
3.
I kills 2. Let's pop you, and we'll pop you. Blah, blah. What is next? You're safe. I like that you respect the fire frenzy.
I don't know why I'm scared. I just hate,
You should be. It's scary.
getting shot outside of my own thing.
Okay.
Turn. Okay, so
Same idea. Bolt the bolter first.
Yep.
2.
Bolt weapon first. No.
Hey, you're still hitting. You just got a wound. 5s. You got 1. Fail the save. We will not do that.
Okay.
Then we got the top gun. 2s. Oh, they both hit. I like to think of. Ooh, they both wound. What's the AP?
-4.
-4, so 6 up. That's so 0 damage. And we pass. Marcus each, baby. And there's nothing in range to fire frenzy into, so.
Right. I should just blew your rhino up, but that's whatever. That's funnier.
The rhino would have lived that. I would have made a 6-up save still.
Sure. Sure. Over here into put it there
Rhino there.
with the salvo launchers.
I'm not gonna smoke it. Go for it. Boom.
I think I've got the captain.
They're probably core, I would assume. Oh, that guy needs to go back to.
Please go back to Custodies school.
Oh no.
Whatever. I'll CP reroll that.
Oh,
Okay,
2 of them. That is gonna. Does Trajan give you back? Because you haven't used that yet. You haven't got that back yet.
Good call. Yes.
It's free. So that's the second battle round command point refunded there. Still 5. Gosh. And then I owe you a couple saves. We're gonna make a no save and. Oh, no save. So that
Can we do these one at a time because you might use the thing?
probably yeah. Is it AP 4?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would have had 6 ups.
So D3 plus 3 in the first one.
So that's 4, and then the second one.
You want to use your strat?
Nope. I would like to keep the Rhino alive, but there's still the captain with the same weapon, which is the odds of me surviving that are very. It's pretty high. Hexer, why'd you have to roll a 5 up? Curse you! It's a tough game. Okay, we're gonna blow. Does it explode? No. Those guys popping out there. Boop. And rolling. We lose 1. We lose that guy.
The captain. Back into the possessed.
Possessed. Hit. Wound. Save. Hey, we made 1.
Oh.
That's a 4+ invulnerable save because of Cursed Earth. They're within 6 of the Master of Possession.
Telemon goes, and he just fires everything at the possessed. I'm not going to overthink it anymore.
Okay. 2s. He's not core, is he?
No.
No. Okay. These are the missiles on top. He has a move, so he gets double shots. And then these are strength 5.
5, so forced wound.
Yeah, we got 3 wounding hits there. AP 1, and they're in cover, so armor contempt 2 up. We're good.
The burst shot instead of the beam.
All
Hits.
hits. Very good.
3's to wound you.
And that is 3. AP.
These are at AP -2.
So AP 1, so 3 ups. How do we make them? Because we're in cover.
No damage.
Unless you ignore cover. How much damage?
Just 1.
Okay. And
And
the last
the
gun.
culverin.
Boom, 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 boom. All hit.
Same thing. Gonna roll 3's to wound you.
T5. Ooh, very good.
Beautiful. Those are -3.
-3, -2, still 4 ups, all the same. And we make, so 2 damage?
2 damage.
That kills 1. That was that guy there. And that was my champion. I forgot there's a possessed champion now.
Over here, these men are gonna put pistols into the cultists. 2s.
And 3s. AP 1 at least, right?
Yeah.
That kills 5 of them. We are going to go ahead and kill. I wonder. If I kill these 5, I risk you rolling a high charge and getting to these guys, so they're probably going to die. So 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
4, 5. And we're on to charging.
I think that's all my shooting.
Okay.
I'm fairly oh no, Trajan gets to shoot.
Oh, he's got a gun.
Trajan, man with gun, is going to shoot over at Rhino.
Rhino, who also has gun.
I reroll my hit rolls.
Because core and character.
He's not. That's his warlord trait.
Oh, I see, I see. And
Wound.
that's a wound. 3 up because of contempt. We're good. Now we charge. Where would you like to start?
Hey, let's just get these guys out of the way.
Those guys? All right, charging, I assume the cultist.
Yep.
I have nothing to do to that. That's a 7.
Sure.
Ending there.
Dread.
Dreadnought next.
It's into the cultist, if that wasn't immediately clear.
That's an 11. Well, -2, but still pretty good charge.
Yeah.
Boom. Hello.
Sword and board.
Sword and board.
We're in.
They're both in. Or they're very much in. Going up and around, staying on the objective, because Custodians really, really want this objective. They should be able to get it just with their sheer bodies, because they count as multiple models, and all their infantry is obsec. So they have we both have obsec on.
Blade champ.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
3.
Oh, blade champion. Why?
Blade champ.
I'll CP reroll that.
All right, re-rolling it. This one you cannot get back. That's a 6. And in goes the Blade Champion. And then does Valoris want to go in?
Sure. Sure. Send all the lads in.
8. Haha. Oh boy. That's fancy. You know, that's it for charges? Or do you want more charges?
I think that's it for charge, Doug.
Let's go Hero Intervention. This will get him within an inch. And then Valoris can, we'll have Warlord. I guess the Warlord fight, kind of. And then the Dark Disciples is like, hey, what up? You immediately want to go on to Epic Trajan on Dark Apostle fight.
I don't feel like taking the hit from that Dark Apostle if I can avoid it.
All right. So,
2s.
Yep, I got no negatives to hit me. And because his Warlord trait, he rerolls. Haha. So they all hit. And what strength are these attacks?
These are coming in at strength 10, friend.
Oh, 2's to wound then. Does he reroll his wound rolls?
Because of Shadow Keepers, against characters specifically.
I see, okay. All right, so we have 6 saves. How much damage are these?
3.
All right. I'm going to do these 2 at a time because we have the Dark Disciples. Okay, so 1 Dark Disciple's dead. So we lost both our Dark Disciples, and then we're going to involve the other 2.
Ooh.
So he charged into combat, and these guys jump in the way of the Dark Apostle.
Let's do the Custodian Guard.
With Ford. They're obviously going to go ahead and increase their attack by 1, but reduce their damage to 1 as well. The Illusory Supplication only works as shooting attacks, so these are still 2s to hit rerolling because Valoris is nearby. And then these should be 2s to win because they're strength 6 with the swords now.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. Oh, cutting down the cultists. Valoris lets you reroll the ones as well.
It's both.
My bad, guys, and my bad to Josh, too, because I had told him Illusory Supplication is only against ranged attacks.
It's okay. Until I got into combat.
I know.
Like, oh, by the way, it's combat.
I went to go.
We went back and
I said it, and I'm like, I better go double check it. And then Illusory Supplication works against all attacks. So what it does, it summons illusions of allies to throw off the enemy's attacks. So like, if you ever played Dungeons and Dragons, you know, mirrors and all that, mirrored image and all that good stuff.
It does probably change what I was going to do, but I don't really care. We're not here to show off Custodies, we're here to show off Chaos, so that's okay, Luka. I'll let you have this one.
It'll still be 12 attacks sitting on 4s, though. So it should be... And then 2s to wound. Oh, hey, look at that. No rerolls this time. Because the Illusory Supplication is overpowered. And 2s to wound. So instead of 12, it's still going to be...
I get to reroll that,
yes.
though, right?
Yeah. Okay, so it stops a few of the wounds. It's pretty good. It stops 5 of the wounds, so 5, 7, and then I'm going to pop their 3+ invulnerable save once per game here. And it kills 2 cultists. Which 2 will die? I guess start killing from over here, because coherence is going to be a thing. Those guys get cut down. And then you might as well keep going with the rest of your dudes.
Okay. Let's just clean this up over here.
I'll pull them. I guess let's cut them down like the dirty dogs they are.
I got the captain nearby.
Yes. These are all hits. These guys do not have Illusory Supplication. All right. Well, that's more than 5 dead. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Guess those guys are out of here. You killed Rick. Rick is dead, my man. Remember Rick?
No, not Thick Rick! No!
You took out Rick, dude. I'll miss you. And then we move on to the Blade Champion.
Indeed!
4s to hit, no re-rolling. That's just the cocked die, if anyone's curious. Pretty good roll. It's a pretty good roll.
He's making that many attacks because he's 6 base attacks.
Yes.
He gets the extra attack on his profile, and he's using Hurricanus. So every time he makes 2 hit rolls instead of 1.
Correct, yeah, so he's got 14 attacks on the one guy because he's cleaving through the cultists.
These are 3s, though.
Oh, it's not strength 6, okay. All right, well, that's not bad. That's still quite a bit. It's 8. That's 8 saves, which I'll take 3 kills, 3 dead. And of those 3, we'll lose 1, 2, 3. And we've got the Dreadnought.
Yes.
Next.
He makes extra attacks, which will be 1.
1 extra attack. Glorious.
4s.
Nice. Who cares about illusory supplication?
It kept the unit alive, I think. He is core.
He is core, yep. 3, 4 saves. Aha! We take 1 damage. Let's lose you. Oh. And then that's it. I get to retaliate. We're gonna go, let's do the Cultists, I suppose. We're not really gonna pile them in because this guy's within 6 of the edge there. I guess we could do like you. Sure. And you. So that's 3 fighting there. 4, 5. Whatever, let's do all 6 into the Dreadnought. He has -1 hit melee. He's the fancy Dreadnought. It stops 1 hit. And Strixes, no. And they don't get the Legion trait because they're not Astartes. They're mere mortals. And the Dark Apostle, which is go ahead and fight Mr. Valoris and see what we get here. He's got a lot of weird rules I got to worry about. So he's got an Exalted Possession. So he has an extra strength, an extra attack, an extra wound, extra movement.
Does he do any re-rolling?
Yeah, he does. Do you take is it a warlord trait or is it a stratagem?
It's more of just like Emperor's Odd. I'm trying to figure out what it is that you're getting.
Because I'm word bearer, so when you charge me or I heroically intervene or charge, I get a hatred ability. I get rerolls in the first round of combat.
That's not terrible.
Yeah. After everything is said and done, he's got 5 attacks base. He's got the Exalted Possession, which gives him an extra attack to 6, and he's got Omen of Potency active on himself.
It's kind of a lot of attacks, bro.
Which gives him 3 attacks. So he's got...
You're -1 for Shadow Keepers anyways.
That's true. So 5 attacks base, +3 for Omen, +1 for the Warlord trait, increasing his characteristic, and then Shadow Keepers is -1.
Nice.
But and then he's got the 8-folded Chaos Crozius. That's kind of right. The 8-fold Cursed Crozius. So it is -4 AP because of the Omen of Potency, and then it is 3 damage each. And if it's a priest attacking a non-vehicle and like non-monster, he automatically wounds when he hits. So he hits on 2s. Oh, it's a good thing I don't have that one thing active. That would have been 4 extra hits. And then 5 extra hits. Not that it matters here. So these all automatically wound. So there's 8 wounds on Trajan at -4 AP.
All right. I think these are just 4 invulns.
I suppose so, yeah. Okay, well, that's 9 damage.
It's not a terrible start.
That's a good roll.
I will CP reroll one of these.
That's a good start. You fail.
Okay, so it's 9 damage.
And then he has a 5 up to ignore, I suppose.
Yeah.
So you'll go down to 3 command points after the reroll because you haven't used it this phase yet. You just use it in the charge phase.
5 ups.
5 ups for ignoring damage. So you take 7 damage.
He is at 1.
He lives. And if anyone's curious, he's marked by Corn, which all it does is increase his strength by 1.
Which doesn't really help with
it doesn't matter
what you're doing right now anyways.
Exactly. So 1 wound left on Trage. it is hard. That was like, that guy, that character, there's like 110 points or something. Obviously amazing for that, but it's also 84 stratagems on relics and warlord traits.
Yeah, did you have to spend any CP for that?
3 to give him 2 relics and a warlord trait.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just like the pregame stuff.
Exactly, yeah. Then I guess we're at the end of the fight phase.
I think I'm in a moment shackle before Trajan dies and just take my swings.
It's as much as this is really cool for me, I'm not really getting what I need against the Custodies here because he's able to do his thing.
You got pretty close.
Yeah.
So 2s.
You attack again. They all hit.
Not bad.
And then they all
2s.
Wound because he's strength 10.
And your character.
Yes. Boom. So he's gonna beat him up 6 saves. And invulns. I passed 3 of them. They're 3 damage each.
Yep.
So even if I could reroll 1 and then hexagrammatic wards the other and then live, which I might as well do. I'll reroll 1. Okay, it fails. Boom.
So then don't bother warding.
I won't bother warding. Yeah. So he'll go down, but he's gonna plea for a dark pact from the Chaos Gods, which will at the end of the phase, which is pretty much now, I roll to see if he comes back to life with D3 remaining wounds. And it's on a 4-up. And he has to come up as close to where he was, but like at least an inch away.
Cool.
Does he beseech the Chaos Gods? No, unfortunately. So he does go down. Boom. I wonder if that would have brought back the Disciples as well. Just double checking. Only the model comes back, not the dark disciples with him. Okay, well, as much as I am getting to show off all my stuff, this is looking very grim for the word bearers. So losing him was not ideal.
Do you want to pile at all?
Boom.
Oh, we'll just say piles to there.
We'll see what we can do on our third turn, though. On top of that, these guys are going to start boogieing because they've lost their leadership 11. I didn't want to use my inspiring presence and insane bravery because I'm hopefully going to roll 5. So one guy's going to run. Oh no! And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys are going to maybe run as well on 1s and 2s. 4, 5, 6. And we lose one more guy. Bless the 40k morale system, so just stick around. Hey. All right, now we're going to look at some scoring here. You obviously get grind them down, and you hold the majority of the objectives in the middle.
Yep.
So that's another 3 points for both those secondaries there. If anyone's curious, Possessor leadership 9, so just losing a couple models there should not matter. We are going to go on to the third turn, and I see myself doing a lot of melee, but I also see myself rapid firing a lot with my bolt guns. But the assault weapons are what I care about more. So I think I am going to go on to the last phase in the third battle round, which is Wanton Massacre. Dang it, I was wrong. It was Slaughter. I'm trying to guess before I go look at the book. So Wanton Slaughter now. So it's going to be assault weapons, pistol weapons, and melee weapons. 6s to hit. Natural 6s will cause an additional hit, which is neat. And then third turn. Going on to the third turn, I go up to 2 command points. Josh will be at 4. And then the score before we go into the third turn technically was 20 for Josh and 14 for myself. And then I'm going to gain 8 points for being on 2 of the objectives, but not more than Josh because we both have OBSEC on this one and he outnumbers me. And then this one over here is in the Custodies name as well. Use a command point on Untitled Traders to try and get some more of those guys back. They do have the Crown or the Blasphemer. They can still be useful. That's 6 of them coming back. That's a cool stratagem. They're going to surround the Dreadnought. And then we will go, because I don't have my Dark Apostle anymore. Boo, hiss, boo. Oh, so cool if he could have lived. Oh, gross. All you had to do was kill Trajan.
You just didn't have
one wound.
You didn't have to intervene into the man.
I knew that. I thought the math was in my favor. I was doing it in my head. I'm like, oh, I can. If Trajan wants to fight,
you could have moment shackled to just make one of the attacks 0 damage.
Okay,
whatever. I was trying to do the riskier one.
No, they worked out, obviously. I would like to point out for everyone watching, I have not killed a single model on the Custodies side.
I wasn't going to say it, man.
Has nothing to do with the Chaos side, by the way. Josh has been rolling like a
If you want more interesting facts, you've only wounded 2 models.
Oh, yes, that's true. I've only wounded him.
And one of them you've only done 1 wound to.
I've only done so much little damage. I can't stop the 4-ups. That's Custodians in a nutshell, though. They're either going to fail all their saves or make all their saves.
You've done 8 damage.
Huh. Okay, well, let's try and make that a little bit higher, I suppose. And let's go on to the movement phase. Yes. We're going to treat our cultists with the Crown of the Blasphemer, just because I think they're going to come up the area too much. The only really hope I have of getting anything done this game is honestly kill all of that in the middle, and then kill this.
Kill everything else.
Pretty much kill everything. It's not ideal.
Table me.
We've moved the Legionnaires this way. We're going to go ahead and move our Possessed. We're going to jump in there. They move 9, so they move 7 by jumping over the barricade here.
I can't take a foot grenade, but you're getting close enough.
One guy will linger back there. And then we're going to move to this side of the battlefield, and we're going to disembark the Legionnaires inside of the Rhino with the Melta Gun, and then we're going to move the Possessed this direction. The Master Possessions rolls a 4 on the advance and gets to that position. Extending, he'll be able to go up to about here with his Cursed Earth. That's ideal, if it works. I mean, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. The Hellbrutes moved, and then, I forgot to disembark the guys from the Rhino. Disembarking from the Rhino, and then they're going to move. I don't want to go through the difficult terrain, though. Moving there, and then the Rhino is just going to go there because they're kind of blocked. Actually, no, the Rhino will just go over here, whatever. We don't care about difficult. We care about difficult ground, but we move fast enough that moving there, we won't care about it. And he's going to get ready to plant bombs later, if it matters. It all depends on how well this turn goes. And then...
Wait, can the Rhino plant bombs?
Any unit can plant bombs, but OBSEC units plant it immediately. It takes you get a whole turn to react. The driver jumps out.
I was going to say, the guy has time to get out.
Yeah, he has to get out, plant the bomb, and then meanwhile this guy's like, what's he doing? Stop him! Boom!
No, they...
Going to the Psychic phase, and we're going to start with our... I guess we'll start with our Master Possessions. He will go ahead and cast Cursed Earth. We got it with a +1, and that's going to give the 4-up invulnerable save, and then on top of that... Fascinating. Then we're going to cast Pact of Flesh. With a +1, we got it. That I get to pick a character core or demonkin unit, and they heal D3 wounds. And if they're core demonkin and they're missing a model, they will then add a model to the unit. So we're going to get our 5th possess back over here. That guy will go, like, nowhere legal, so like over here, I guess. Hey, nowhere in the front, I suppose. And then we're good to go to the Demon Prince, who has psychic powers as well. I would love to turn off something's invulnerable save. I could smite, or I could cast Death Hex. The thing is, Death Hex against Custodians is not that impactful because they already have a 4 invulnerable save across the board.
Depends on the AP you're bringing. So
right. Yeah.
You're thinking about the possess more than anything else, I assume, right now.
I'm thinking because the plasma guns are in rapid fire range and they're going to be AP 4. His attacks are AP 3. And then that's all that it would matter for. Or I can give him a 5 of Feel No Pain with the life, because he can only target slash units with the Delightful Agonies. I will go Delightful Agonies. Do you have a way to ignore Feel No Pain like mechanics?
I don't believe
like the cat shield captain. I know he ignores invulnerable saves.
He doesn't allow you to take your invuln, but I think that's it.
Then we will keep the 9 on Delightful Agonies on our Demon Prince. And that's because any Psyker with a specific mark automatically knows the relevant psychic power for that, which is a cool little mechanic. And then we're on to shooting, and we're gonna start here and just work our way over. We only have 1 command point, so we can't really show off too much, unfortunately. I guess I'll have to like manage on how much I actually spend on relics. The relics are so good though. I like guarantee, so +1 to cast and like all the character stuff is like so hard to pass up. They're all gonna fire into these lads here, and that's gonna be 2 melta guns, a crack grenade, and a bunch of bolt guns. Sure, I'll start with the melta guns. They're going to be hitting on 3s. 6s are good because it's an assault weapon. That's 3 hits with melta guns. And 3s. And 2 wounds. Boop. Oh, we get through 1. Would you like to reroll it or just take the D6 damage? You know what? On a 4-up, it was that
I'll
one.
accept it.
So it's only D6 damage because the other guy's too far away.
Oh. Yeah, well, whatever, sure, go nuts.
It's going to be 5 damage.
Yeah,
so
that's enough.
It kills 1. And then the crack grenade misses. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys with bolt guns. Because 1 guy died from the vehicle destroyed.
Yes.
Yep. Let's have 6 dice near me. 3s to hit. The 6s don't matter anymore because we're past that. And then it's going to be 5s to wounds. We have 4 wounds so far. And just 4 wounds, but they're AP 1 because we have an icon and we're marked as each. So 3
cool. I got the shield.
Oh, you have shields 2 up. I guess it wouldn't matter. Hey, that's armor contempt for you essentially. And that's all they are bringing to bear. And then we're going to move on to Cultists fell back. Ooh, it's a tough call. 2 damage each. Can't target any of the characters right now. So we're going to go all of these tacticals into the Custodian Guard. Supercharge the plasma. And we're going to start with the 1 plasma gun, supercharging it. Demon Prince nearby. He dies, okay. And then the rapid fire doesn't matter there because we're out of that. And then so we have 2 hits, which wound on 3s. And they're AP 4 technically, but so they're 4 up invuln. 2 damage. Funny, on a 4-up it's the icon. The icon killed himself? Okay, note, don't put the icon on the plasma gun. 2 icons.
So it wasn't your icon that died, you're fine.
Yeah, because I think
You wouldn't build it like that.
I think... I remember putting that in there. I'm like, wait, why would I ever put the icon on the plasma gun? He's going to kill himself. And then I put the other guy in it.
Well, you're using a 30k army, so yes.
It's true, yeah. So we're going to just proceed there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more bolt gun guys. And that guy as well. The champion's got a bolt pistol. Misses. Oh, Demon Prince. Hey, 2 hits. No wounds. And then 7 guys with bolt guns. That's going to be not bad. These are 5s to wound. So that's 3 wounds on the first one. And reroll. 3 wounds. And a further 2. AP 1, but you get the shield. So 2s. No damage. Killed 1 model earlier there. These guys, like, against non-Marines and non-Custodies would be pretty good. So against, like, less than half the armies in the game, the bolt guns on the AP would be better. Now, there's a command point you could do to make the bolt guns AP 2 with the Marcus Inch, which would be kind of cool, which would have killed the guy there, I suppose, in this case. But that's a command point I had to spend, so boo. I like the defensive ones where bears have. I think we're done shooting over here. We're going to move on to the Hellbrute firing at the Sagittarium Guard. It's 2 multi-meltas. We have a pair of hits and a pair of wounds. Invulns.
Pair of saves? Oh, sure not.
Would you like to re-roll one of those? There's a d6 each.
Another d6. I'm just looking at the... Do you have a whole lot of shooting elsewhere?
I have the unit with melta guns and bolt guns following up, yeah.
That's kind of a problem. No, just roll it.
Oh, first one, not dead. Second one, I'm not going to command point. Second one kills him.
Yep.
hypothetically. Rerolled. Nope, still wouldn't have killed one. Got 2 models killed. And then the bolt gun, we got a hit. And no wound. And then we're gonna fire with those Marines there. We got the 2 melta guns in range, and then the rest of there's bolt guns. So the 2 melta guns, pair of hits. And they're not gonna be within 6, I don't think.
One of them's within 6.
So this is the one that's within 6 because they both hit.
Yep.
So it does not wound, and then the second one also doesn't wound. So we have 6 guys rapid firing of the 8. That is going to be these hit, no rerolls, no damage, and then the next one, 1 damage, and I got 2 guys firing as well. I don't know why I just didn't lump them all together. Sorry, that was a weird way of doing it. 1 wound, 1 AP, no damage. Okay, and we got the Rhino, boom, right beside him. Not in rapid fire range. I got a hit, no wound. That will conclude shooting, and then we're gonna go into charges and see some stuff here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, tanglefoot grenades. Yes.
Tanglefoot grenade, very important here.
Yes. What are you thinking?
These guys look like they need to get their feet tangled.
Them? Okay. It's like I actually don't even think I planned on charging with them. If I'm to be honest, I was gonna roll it, but
Let me see.
I think it's like a
-2.
It's like a 10.
Yeah, it would have been a 10.
Yeah.
So I can kind of make sure they're not getting in. These guys, they're 5 away.
That one I was gonna be charging with, so then they're the better target.
That's probably what I'm. Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah.
Do I get my command point back first? No, did I do it on the 3rd round?
Not
No,
yet.
Third round. yet.
Not yet. It's free.
Cool. Thank you, Trajan.
For free.
I'm glad he didn't die. And then, how much harder of a charge do they have?
4 more. I just keep the 4 beside them, I guess. We'll remember that. In fact, I'll just go ahead and roll it now. They're gonna roll so it's an 8 minus 6, so it's a 2-inch charge because they have to go over the pipe.
They didn't make it.
They did not quite make that charge. We are gonna go ahead and charge. We're just gonna charge here because we're at our swan song here, folks. They get to go 6, so it's gonna go whoa, go to try and kill themselves. Essentially, is what's happening here. And we don't want to suffer the hero convention over there.
Oh, you can see 6 away.
Yeah. And then we're gonna go Demon Prince into Dreadnought if you would like to Overwatch with a flamer.
Ooh. No, I'll save it.
Saving the CP, I will charge 7. Hey, boom. And then we'll go
Cajun flair to that charge.
we're gonna declare charge against all of the stuff with the Greater Possessed.
Yeah.
See what they can do. 7 inches. I'll take the -2, I guess. It doesn't really matter. We'll have you go there. You can go into there. There, and then boop. That model there is important because he'll be within 6 of that guy. Boom. Something like that. Some things there.
Works for me.
There we go. And then I might as well charge try the big charge up the middle there with them. I need a 10. We're gonna go 7. And that is all she wrote for that. We're gonna go ahead and start fighting with the Greater Possessed. We are gonna move on to the Greater Possessed first. We're gonna put 1 attack into Trajan, and then the...
One guy attacking Trajan, eh?
Yeah, 1 guy hitting up Trajan, and then we're gonna have 4 of them attack... let's do 4 into the Shield Guard, whatever.
Okay.
You have all the strats anyway.
I've
so.
got a million different
You know what,
strats.
I'll do 1, 2, 2. I'm gonna split my attacks up for no reason at all, essentially.
Okay.
'Cause that'll amount to nothing.
So we're gonna say you cannot re-roll against these guys. So there's Auspice.
That's Auspice.
So that's 1.
1 CP. You're down to 3.
And then I'm gonna Grim with Trajan.
On the 1 guy.
So it
Grim
reminds
Assault.
me of Strength.
That's a Shadow Keeper strat.
Yeah.
So you're down to 2 command points. So I'm Strength 4 against Trajan, and the ones attacking the Custodian Guard with shields are under the effects of Emperor's Auspice, and I can't reroll.
You can't reroll hit rolls or wound rolls, or I think damage rolls technically.
Right.
What do you hit on?
3s.
3s, eh?
I will start. I'm going to leave the Trajan one for last for the dramatic effect.
Okay.
I'm splitting my attacks here, folks, because if I don't kill or cripple all 3 of these units, I lose the game effectively. So if it doesn't work, I'm out, and if it does work, I'm in. Then because I'm fighting Shadow Keepers, they're all -1 attack with the Possessor. So they're 5. They're 5 normally, but then the champion would have 6 attacks, so he goes down to 5. So into the Custodian Guard, we have 9 attacks hitting on 3s with full rerolls. Because
No, Auspice.
oh yeah, that's right. This is the Word Bearer one. So we have that many hits on them, and then these wound on 4s. Oh, it's not bad. We got 4 wounding hits, but the AP 3-up save against it. It's only AP 2.
Okay.
3s, and I kill 1. Only 2 damage, so I kill 1 and wound another. Boop. So he goes down, and then we're gonna try the 2 attacks into the champion, but I can only hit him on 4s. Only 8 attacks because of Shadow Keepers with the full reroll.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. And then that's 2 extra hits. So these
You
all
only hit him on 4s, I think.
Yes, I only hit him on 4s.
Yep.
So these all hit here, because every 6 is 2 hits. And 4s. That's 5 saves on the champion, or the Blade Master.
So I think he goes to a 4-up now?
Yes, he should be a 4-up. And he takes 4 damage. Oh, no, he takes 6 damage.
Look how many wounds he's got.
Not bad, very close. He's got 1 wound left as well. It's just a game of a little give there. I didn't get pretty lucky for this work, and I don't try and take over Valorous. I only wound him on 5s though. 4 attacks, however, 3s, rerolls. That's going to turn into 5 hits and 5s. Oh, nice, good call. Well, it worked out, I guess, for you there. Now, hypothetically, if they didn't get through, he would have died. I assume you want to interrupt because it only costs you a command point if you're on an objective.
Yeah, I mean the Blade Champ swings first, anyways.
Oh yeah, he gets to go now. Yeah, before you interrupt. Oh, I guess you technically interrupt now, before the Blade guy goes, if you want to interrupt.
Which I don't think I'm gonna bother. I'm not gonna spend 2 command points. I thought about doing it over there.
I think it's only 1 command point for you.
No, I gotta be
that
on
guy.
the objective. So that's what I'm saying. If I wanted to do it over there.
Oh yeah, on them.
And here, who cares? Blade Champ can just do it.
Boom. Well, I was more for him attacking the Demon Prince.
I believe it's only my infantry that can do that.
Oh, I see.
Oh, never mind. It's Adeptus Custodes.
Yeah, well, it makes sense because their army list is pretty small anyways.
Yep.
So he's going to interrupt with Indomitable Guardians because he's on the objective defending it. It only costs 1 command point to do it. Custodies have access to 2 counter offenses. One's a lot cheaper than the other.
Right.
If fighting my Demon Prince,
So D3 extra attacks.
2 more attacks, turning him around for dramatic effect.
All right. I forgot the Eternal Penance in earlier extra attack, but I'm not forgetting it now.
Rerolls because Trajan, they all hit, and I'm toughness probably wounding me on 3s.
Yeah, I think I'm only strength 7.
Ooh,
If you want
yeah, still toughness 6 on the Demon Prince there. So,
the reroll because you are a character.
ooh, yes, Shadowkeeper. Is that a Shadowkeeper thing?
The Shadowkeeper thing.
Gotcha. And that's 7 saves. 7 saves. I have a 5-up demon save. Oh, I make no. That's 21.
Oh, Luka.
That's 21 damage.
You ignore them on 5s,
I
so it's
do.
probably only gonna be like 14 damage.
So I take 3 so far. That's pretty good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, dead. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 damage. You were close. You were close.
Well, math.
Bah, down he goes. Woo, womp, womp, womp. And Dark Pact only works on infantry, not fancy monstrous demon princes. Okay, and then we get to resolve the. I guess I get to do the champion. Technically, these guys over here. Yeah, so I'm just gonna stay where I am and fight. I'm a demon blade because why the heck not?
So over there, I will.
Oh yeah, that's right. You gonna do what?
I'll spend. Oh, I only got 1 left, eh?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll spend. No, whatever.
Okay.
Just roll.
I got 3 attacks because of Shadow Keepers. Hitting on trees. Oh, we got 1 more hit. Nice. Strength plus 2, so we wound on 3s. And that's 2 mortal wounds. And, and 3 saves. That the Demon Blade does like a random mortal
So
wound
mortal
in
wound in
addition.
addition?
Yeah.
So 3 saves at?
-2, so you have 3 ups. Oh, nice. Hard to beat that. What's it going to be? Could it be a 3rd one? No, but 2 mortal wounds, though. In addition to normal damage. Let me tell you, I'm already pleased with it on the 10 points. It's probably not worth it.
I think I get 6 to ignore.
You do. Custodians have a 6-up, yeah. You take both.
There we go.
Aha! And then I attack with the rest. They are 3 attacks each, but 2 attacks because of Shadow Keepers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dudes. 8 dudes. Oh, I would have had a reroll on the champion as well. No, that was a failed wound, I think. It doesn't really matter. The rest of the guys. We are hitting on 3s, rerolling. And then we have 3 more hits in there because of the wanton slaughter, maybe? 5 to wound. We got 1! Let's see a 1, baby! So close. That's a 2. We don't kill him. Okay, and then the Custodians can clean house. Boom.
We'll start with Trajan.
Trajan. Should be 2s. And should be 2s. I am strength 5, but you're strength 10. Reroll? Because he's got a. Is that only hit roll?
It's against characters that he gets the reroll.
Gotcha.
That's what.
We do have Cursed Earth active, so we're going to make 2 of the saves because of it. They're 3 damage each.
Yes, sir.
So dead. Heck, I'll even allow you to clean up the other 2 guys there with whoever's in combat. Let's see the Blade Champion.
You want the Blade Champ?
Yeah.
All right. You'll be using the Victus profile.
Ooh, the 3 damage one, essentially.
Correct.
Yeah. Is he -1 to hit with that one? Or no? Is there any downside to that one? I thought there was.
It's only +1 strength.
I see.
And I reroll wound rolls against characters.
All right. And wounding on?
This is strength 6.
3s. 1 fail. And demon saves. Or Cursor saves. You kill 3 more. There's only 2. Oh no! Whoa! Moving on from there, we come over to these lads. You're gonna opt to fight 2 damage, I suppose, not take the extra attack.
Correct.
Yeah. 2s. Couple fails.
Boss is looking at me.
Oh yeah, he is within 6. Boop. And
Should be 3s.
boom. -2 because of contempt. It doesn't matter. It kills 4 of them. A 1, 2, a 3. 4. I don't know if the Mark of Zinch matters for melee stuff. I think it is only for shooting. I'll double check, but it doesn't really matter in the end. For anyone who is curious at home, Mark of Zinch does work for melee attacks as well. But it's only once per turn, so if they survive it in like Overwatch or whatever, you won't get it on the charge. I guess it's good because it works when you charge it and it works when you're getting shot at. It's a great mark. I like it quite a bit. Well, for a shooting squad. But so is Korn and so is Nurgle. They're all good for their reasons. I just wanted to personally try Zinch out. I can only try so much in one list. That is it for there. And then I owe you a morale check over here. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, they pass. Got a 1. They're the bravest of lads. All right, and then scoring at the end of my turn. I am engaging on all fronts for 2 points. And I didn't bother with retrieve Nephilim data. Just trying to be aggressive. And then I didn't kill anything, nor did I push off of objectives, so the long war didn't quite work out there. And so I get 2 more points. So I'm down by about 8 or so points, and then Josh has all he needs to clean house here. Boom.
Yeah, I killed them in combat, and that's worth
10 points. Well, probably 15 because they're not in your territory.
Yep.
I knew that sending them in there is more for the fun of it. And then you just push up the middle and hold the middle further with all your stuff, and then you just, I don't know what you do about them. That's not that big of a deal, really.
I start to just focus them down with the vehicles.
I suppose
I let you continue to move forward. Like, I push into your territory, and
Exactly.
if you want to push into my
I have to
territory,
deal with the Telemon of those
cool,
guys,
I
yeah.
just keep moving back shooting, and then if you come after my guys pushing into the territory, I shoot you in the back, and then...
Exactly, yeah. It's a hard loss for the Word Bearers. Now, I do want to be very clear, this has nothing to do with the Custodians being overpowered or the Word Bearers being bad. Josh just didn't fail a single save this game.
You failed a couple.
Yeah, I killed 3 models.
I don't know why Mickey Mouse that voice so bad.
I can't believe I only killed 3 models. That's insane.
Well, you know, Ripley's, believe it or not.
Believe it or not, yeah, we got 1 in Niagara Falls. Albeit the rolls didn't go very well. I was able to show off almost everything. I'm trying to think if there's something I didn't get to show off that I wanted to. There was one combination of stratagems I wanted to show off with the Legionnaires and their bolt guns and the Mark of Zinch, but it wouldn't work well against the Custodies, so I didn't bother putting command points towards it. Their save is just too high.
That was the bonus AP.
Yeah, so you can load up their bolt guns with demon shells, and it increases them to 30-inch range and gives them all AP 1. But if you have the Mark of Zinch, they're AP 2.
Right. So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It would kind of matter, I guess, but...
In certain circumstances, cool. You just didn't have a good opportunity to use it.
Correct, yeah. I use a lot of my command points to upgrade the characters. I'm trying to think of, in hindsight, how did I like the upgrades? That Chaplain, love him. That guy's amazing. I would bring him.
Spooky.
That guy's amazing. He's like 110 or something points, and he just hits like a truck.
Yeah.
He's
that
great.
man's terrifying. I think, and that's the funny thing is that it's overkill against probably most things in the game.
Right, yeah.
Except for Trajan if he rolls well enough.
Well, even him fighting like a Terminator squad, he just kill all the Terminators.
Oh, just murder stuff.
Like, he's just 9 hits, all hit, all wound, kill Terminators. He's
And you were able to bypass pretty much all my defensive tech.
yeah, it helped quite a bit in that regard.
So it was down to saves and.
He just rolled well. Yeah, he just made him. That's it. But that's the thing with Custodies too. It's just they either make their saves or they don't, or they don't. That's one thing I've always kind of hated about the army because it feels bad no matter what. It feels bad for me when they make their saves, then it feels bad for you when they just fall over dead.
Yeah.
Not to like extreme degrees or whatever, but it's like, oh, gross. You can have a good game every now and then, but
when the dice get skewy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Chaos looks super cool.
Oh yes.
I'm excited to get a little bit of time with the book myself and see what I can do with the Night Lord stuff because I also am Luka's running the studio word bearer 30k army.
I don't think it translates too poorly to a good word bearer
Overall,
list.
Not really.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's you're pretty good. So I'm excited to see those that have started Trader Legions. How well their collections might translate to playing in this, if they feel like playing in both game systems. And then also the people that are buying the box set just to play Chaos and 40k.
Right.
we'll convert them to 30k later.
Get more heresy going, right? That's
But
the
yeah,
idea,
so I'm excited to see what you're able to do because good old Chaos Space Marines, they seem pretty spooky.
I like everything. I like the new marks a lot. I think they are well thought out. The stratagems are pretty better. I have a gripe. Obviously they're not going to give the Chaos Space Marines 6 good stratagems and take out all the other ones. Because like we were talking about it earlier, I don't want to see armies have I don't care about 40 stratagems. Like 35 of them are crap. Like if I'm going to be blunt after my first game with Word Bears, all I'm going to use is Hexagrammatic Ward, Dark Pact. I do like Fire Frenzy. That one's cool. Like I could think of 5 out of like the 40 that are in the book, and the rest I'm not really.
Fire Frenzy as a threat's kind of nice, but so I mean, like I haven't had the chance to sit down and read the book, so I'm curious to see what we can get going with the Night Lords ones a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
Because they're my favorite faction, and I don't know. This feels kind of word bearer. This checks out.
It's not bad. It's pretty good. I felt like playing Word Bearers, especially with the Dark Apostles. The Demon Prince, I could leave him or keep him. He's kind of expensive, but in most cases, a Demon Prince is going to be good. Custodians, especially Shadow Keepers, are good at killing a Demon Prince. Takeaways and vulnerable save. Reroll wound rolls against him. You have so much defensive tech against what he brings offensively. Yeah.
Right, and I'm looking. I mean, like I'm trying to talk about the Chaos Space Marines as much as I can, but yeah. For the Nephilim book, I don't know. I don't mind with Custodies because like there's enough strats, but we were somewhat limited with some of the really good ones.
That's another example of an army that doesn't need all the strats. They have like Tanglefoot grenades are good, Auspice is good, and then like the interrupt on the command point's really good.
Yeah,
and the rest are like
there's
okay.
a couple other like weird little situational ones, but again, whatever.
Those are the ones that are all
Grim Responsibility is fantastic.
Is that the -1 strength one?
Yeah.
That's a Shadow Keeper one. Too,
that's the Shadow Keeper.
See that's what I think that every army should have like 5 generic stratagems that are all really good. Then then your faction gets 1.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it should be. But like whatever, like that's technically how it is now. You just have more options, but they're not necessary. Like why would I like for example for the Legionnaires, you can spend 2 command points and you can have it so every time they roll a 4 up to hit with a rapid fire weapon, it's an additional hit instead of just a 4 to 6. So that's
just shred units, yeah.
That's 2 command points. I would only use that against like giant bricks of guard or cultists or like that's an option you have there. That's good that's a thing, but man, that takes a lot of command points for that, and that's a very unique situation. Regardless, it's pretty good. I like everything I've seen here. Out of everything I brought, I'm a little iffy on the Legionnaires themselves. They're for 200 and something points, they're not really bringing a lot to the table, but then again, you have to try more than one time. I'm going to try them multiple times. Absolutely auto include in every word bearer list is the cultist with the crown.
That's kind of funny, yeah.
The 20-man brick, and then you have a Dark Apostle making so they can only get a hit on 4s. You can't reroll hit rolls against them. They're OBSEC, 20 models standing on the middle, and then you can put the rest of your possessed hitting the flanks. You don't need to put anything expensive in the middle. You can have your chaplain and your cultist, and you're good to go.
Well, because originally it was me trying to get to close combat as quick as I could, but then when we realized that the glamour thing works in combat as well, that's a tough unit to shift.
Exactly. I think that I would bring that every game without question. I want to try Spawno some more. I would change up my list to bring more cultists, so I don't need to worry about the spawn doing this. I would drop the rhinos. I don't care about the rhinos all that much at all. They're okay, but I like them because they look cool. They remind me of 40. Rhinos scream 40k to me, so I like to bring rhinos. I know a lot of people hate rhinos, and they hate me for bringing rhinos, but they're like very nostalgic for me. But I would drop the rhinos. I would add more cultists, because you can only bring 1 cultist to like one Astartes, like a 1-to-1 ratio. So cap out on my cultists, bring like 20-man bricks, and maybe a second 20-man brick in case the first one dies, and then I can have the chaplain like boost up a second one. Maybe, we'll see. And then I like the Hellbrutes. I'll keep playing with Hellbrutes, especially with Hexagrammatic Ward, and then the Marcus Zinch. The Word Bearer Hellbrutes are like weirdly hard to take out.
Yep.
And then I love the Possessed are amazing. The Pests, they're so good. They seem like they're 28 points a model, but
they didn't get to show off anything in this game.
Right,
but
exactly.
They were, I don't know, that's...
Hey, over here, if you failed 1 more save, right? Failed a couple more saves, they just go in and clean up the middle, right? And that's a 5-man squad. That's not even that. It's 140 points.
Yeah,
they're a steal. They're a steal for what they bring to the table. I wish I could have a 3rd unit. I just only have 2.
It forced me to save my command points all game, knowing that, like, cool. It's probably because I was assuming it was going to be when the Possessed got in that I was going to have to pop a bunch of strats to stay alive. Like, so I couldn't use strats otherwise.
Right.
Luckily, Trajan just kept giving me. He just kept giving me command points back.
He gave me 3 free command points. Well, not free. You paid the points for Trajan.
Technically, gave me 4.
That's right, because he gives you 1 to begin with. Yeah, and
I
then
don't know, 200 points. He's still like he's heftier, but that feels appropriate.
Well, like to give people some perspective on the game here, just a couple different die rolls. If he failed 1 more save or 1 less feel no pain, he goes down. My chaplain's still alive. Then my chaplain is there to go in and fight with all the.
Yeah, I think you made the right call having the chaplain go, because that was your best chance of taking Trajan out.
I could have.
Because Trajan's an absolute monster for killing stuff.
The math was in my favor to kill him too, 100%.
It was, yeah. And that was like Trajan and the Dreadnought are the 2 best threats against the possessed.
Right. Yeah.
So if you get him off the board, it kills a lot of it kills my rerolls, kills me regenerating command points. I can no longer change the order of my katas.
Right, yeah.
So it changes a lot in the game.
And then what that would have also changed up is if the chaplain was still alive, I would have kept the cultist in combat with the dreadnought. Can only hit him on 4s, and then it's just the dreadnought's tied up fighting cultists, and then the demon prince can go over here and fight as well. Even though he's probably going to die, but that keeps them over here, and then I have the possessed over here putting pressure on this, and then they're coming in as well. Then all of a sudden, instead of losing in the middle and losing over here, I'd be winning in the middle, winning over there, and then pushing on this side. So a completely different game, just on a couple of different die rolls there, which I love. I appreciate stuff like that. Hey, sometimes you gotta lose and sometimes you gotta win, right? That's just kind of how she goes.
That's Warhammer. You know what? That's just the Luke of the dice.
That's just the Luke of the dice, baby. There we go. That's it for this game here, though, folks. Leave some feedback down below. If you forgot anything, it's a brand new book. I'm sure I did. Maybe I missed some certain interactions. Maybe I didn't do a rule correctly, per se. Let me know.
I probably got things wrong. I haven't played Custodians forever.
Fair tune. I
was just going to put that out there again.
And then, try, at this point, it's like no point, but try not to leave any negative comments about the Custodies. Josh rolled well. It has nothing to do with the Custodies.
Oh, you can bash the Custodies all you want.
Don't say the Chaos Space Marines suck. They're really good. They're looking really good.
I think Chaos Space Marines do look really good, but I mean, it makes sense that the first time you pick up a book and make up a list that you might miss some of the really powerful stuff. And
right.
We're in the experiment to play around with the codex phase. I'm
really hoping that there is nothing overly powerful with them, and I hope everything's generally good, because I want Chaos to be a good fun army that you can put. I want to be able to put a 20-man brick of Legionnaires down.
I really wanted to see a Land Raider.
I couldn't fit it. Almost 300 points.
But you had the points, drop a Hellbrute, and
I did drop. The Hellbrutes are really cheap too. I'd have to drop.
We were sitting down making the list together.
Yeah.
And I think it was drop. You probably drop the Rhinos, drop a Hellbrute, and you're pretty close.
I'm trying to think of what I added, because I was going to add him, and I decided not to, and it was because I can't remember. I think it was more.
And just to clarify, we're talking about it because the last cannons are now damage what?
They're D6 plus 2. It's got 4 of them. They're only AP3 still, but they're still D6 plus 2. They're
D6 plus 2.
Yeah, they're
they
soul twisted las cannons.
Custodies, and then the other thing is they are toughness.
They're toughness 9, but that wouldn't matter against your list.
Why not?
You still wound them on 5, it's all the same.
Against my strength 8 salvo launchers.
Oh, sure, there's that. That's true.
Yeah. You mean against my anti-tank stuff?
Well, realistically, it's things like that I don't put a lot of merit into, because that only matters between a roll of a 4 and a 5. So if you rolled 1-4, that's a nice change, but it might not. It's
for me, I put a lot into that. That's just, it throws the math off.
It could. It's a psychological thing, but realistically, it doesn't actually have that big of an impact. It shouldn't mathematically have that big of an impact in the game.
I've only got 3 shots. It can skew either way.
It's true. It's true. But you might never see that 4. You could theoretically never roll 4, right?
No. Yeah. You're gonna see it.
You could. Well, I mean, I don't want to. I bite my own tongue. Where is that? Where did I roll 8 armor of contempt? It was on the Rhino. I think it was on the Rhino over there. Where I rolled
the Rhino.
Yeah. I rolled 7 armor contempt saves or something.
Because it was AP -1, but you got to ignore that with armor contempt.
And I rolled 1, 2, and 6 3s or some nonsense.
Something
and
like
it was 2 damage.
I would have just one-tapped it.
You would have one-tapped it with. I think it was
these guys.
Yeah,
I think
it was
the Sagittarium were just hey, look at that thing. I didn't think I would. No, was it? No,
it was.
I can't remember. It was something.
I swear it was that, because this guy died of the salvo launchers. It had to have been that guy, because he's down 2 wounds.
How did I roll that many?
It was aren't they 3 shots each?
Yeah, but I was winning on 5s.
Yeah, but you rolled 6 5s or something wild.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, exactly. You rolled. It was a crazy outcome. Yeah, it was just, that was funny. Moving up to T9 is a big deal for the Land Raider. It's not a bad thing. It's just really expensive.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack with the book, and
exactly.
Steve's excited to play it.
I think we should. We all have our own legions. Steve was all worried there for a bit, because they had. Obviously written the book a long time ago before Armor of Contempt come out, and then the Iron Warriors had a rule that didn't work with it, but I'm like, don't worry, they're going to write it right away, because you got to remember these books are written a long time in the past.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I say this in all like kindness because I don't know if there's like the negative part of it that I'm missing because I haven't read enough books. But that man is Perturabo, just like the single-minded like I'm going to figure this out exactly.
I remember him coming into the room and being like, "Do Chaos Space Marines? They don't get armor contempt anymore." I'm like, "No, they still do. If you're playing match play, it's a match play rule, but everyone's going to use it."
No, if you have a question that needs answered, that man will figure it out.
Exactly. Yeah. And then he scoured, or he waited, I guess, and then he's like, "Oh, okay, you can't reroll rules against them." I'm like, "Yeah, that's what the rule is for like all the armies." That's what I thought they were going to do with it. Anyways, folks, that's it for this game. You expect to see more Word Bears in the future. Realistically, I'm probably only going to play Word Bears because there's a lot to unpack with this new book. We'll let like Josh do the Night Lords. Dave, Steve will do Iron Warriors. Scary will be doing Alpha Legion and Emperor's Children, so they're going to get to see a lot of the legions being
a good chunk of them covered.
Right. Yeah.
Nobody likes Black Legion, so don't gotta worry about that.
You know what? I actually will. Now that you actually mentioned that, I will like to change it up.
They're so lame.
If you guys are a little old school and want to do some of the old Legion lockdown, we can finally do the Legion lockdown now. I've been waiting for Chaos to get new rules for years to do the Legion lockdown. They've never lined up. They haven't lined up in a long time.
I'm calling Kenny and we're bringing the Red Corsairs in.
It's got to be one of the main legions, man. It's got to be one of the main legions. We have them all now, so it's got to be. It's got to be. It must.
It's going to be Kenny's Red Corsair Baraps.
All right, folks. Happy wargaming. Talk to you next time, and keep it real.